Hello, everybody, and welcome. I am Dr. Pups, and welcome back to Beacon Pines. I would like to apologize for my sudden and long hiatus. With the holidays that came around and my job, and things have gotten a little bit busy for me to do any kind of recording. But I'm glad to say that I'm finally back. We're back in this, and we're gonna finish this up. Still loving this game, and I don't want this to just stop now. So, because it's been a while, I kind of forgot where we were. I know we were on a little meeting the parents kind of thing here, and it seems like things didn't not going well with this conversation. I forget her name. I'm sure it'll come back up. Also, I might have forgotten some voices, but we'll get back into it. I'm sure it'll come back to me. All right, let's begin, shall we? How about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rolo soon. Luca glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds. Look, looks like there's a big storm brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Almanac? What time frame are we in? Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around here. Luca wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up. Thank you all for the pizza. It was really good. Ah, Beck, that was her name. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up. I'll walk you home. Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rolo could be prickly around new people. But Beck seemed cool. Rolo will warm up to her eventually. Probably. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder. You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks off? Luca surveyed the roiling clouds. I'd say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break for it. At that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain. Whoa. Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Ooh, this looks comfy. Luca, Nellie will keep trying to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in the boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest. Poking! Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime. Pungent. Ugh. He flipped open the attached card. Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me going away cards. Some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing, having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Ooh. These flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them is all. Fair point. Alright. Oh, wow. Rolo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted it with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. He seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech overcompensation. Luca flicked at one of the toggles. I bet you could get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Ah, shucks. Alright, what else to fiddle with? Microscope. Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope. This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum? Luca adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look. I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chew that one for 47 days. Straight? No stop? Impressive. Luca wiped his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh. Ew. It's weird, I know. Beck looked down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet. You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Luca, can I ask you something? Of course. Oh, superhero landing. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest. That hurt more than I expected. Well, I hear your honesty. Well, at least you look cool doing it. Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window. Do you ever feel alone? Like even when people are around? Well, Rolo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem. Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly. I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little: don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop! So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? I never got to that part. Something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here. What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the store. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright. That things are gonna change. Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night. Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town! Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks! I hate it! I hate that I hate it! Why can't we just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere? Whew. Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper. I just want to be a normal kid. Beck brushed off her shirt and straightened up. There. Wow, I actually feel a little better. As abruptly as it began, the storm abated. Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and Rolo at the festival? Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you around. Beck gave Luca a limp thump to the arm before heading in. Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with the rain's hard residue, the smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. You guys ever know? Do you ever guys have to do that? Know that thing where you know it's gonna rain by just the smell in the air? Weird, isn't it? I can do that. Is that a normal thing? Do other people do that? They could just know when it's gonna rain? He'd never share those details about his dad with anyone. Not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. I don't know, sometimes they say three's a crowd. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse. Two's company, three's a crowd, you know what that is. Don't want to be a third wheel, you know. Catch up with Rollo at the treehouse. I'm coming, Rollo. Oh. Pat. Hey, Don. Tracking down a lead?
You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out, when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament.
Peculiar how?
He didn't just give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions.
Like what?
The document stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid her age who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer.
Solomon?
Bingo!
So Eris was forced to take care of him?
Yup, or she would have lost everything.
Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid?
Rumor has it, only Sharper sowed some wild oats.
Dowd? I think Sowd. That explains why the heiress treats him. That explains the way Eris treats him. I can read. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out?
A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca.
Alright, well, keep on reporting. I better not dilly-dally. Gotta get to the treehouse. Aw, but I like dillying and dallying.
That's what makes this fun.
Duncreed's drugstore, library. Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing. Rip. Huh. Still out here reading, eh?
He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens! This is no time for fractured friendships.
Are you just here for foreshadowing? Is something about to happen between me and Rollo? Fractured friendships?
Excuse me, what are you doing?
Just locking up for the night, sir.
Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule.
Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit, and it's getting late, so we all decided to.
You all decided?
Yes, sir.
I was unaware that your job involved... Let
me try again.
I was unaware that your job involved deciding things. We are all here at Perennial Harvest because we believe in creating a better future, yes?
Yes, sir. Very much, sir.
You want to be the one to tell this town that we failed them?
No.
That we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy?
Of course not, sir.
Good, then it's decided.
Yes, sir. We'll work till the task is done.
See that you do.
Our harvest awaits. Let me in. Let me in, you sneaky scoundrels. We know you're up to something. Let's do some fishing. Because I think I remember that we fish with the kind of bait that we got. Here we go. Smack, cling, pungent. Let's just go down the line. Luca stuck a toy stretchy hand to the hook. Oh, I remember those. Those things always get... Yeah, exactly. Those things always get dirty anyway. The stickiness never lasts for long. Gets too dusty, loses its stick. Ooh, excuse me.
Give it a good cast now.
Oh. Okay, papa. Want it to break. Yay! What do we get? Bracelet? Looks like a bracelet.
Should we give it to Mom? He likes jewelry.
That's a sweet thought, Buckaroo, but I'm not sure she fully appreciates a pond bracelet.
I mean, don't have to tell her it's a pond bracelet. Give it just, I don't know, run it under a sink with some water, sanitize it. You'd be good. Cling. Luca wrapped some tape around the hook. Hey, you never know. Never know what might stick. But throwing it in the water will just lose the stickiness. What is it, flex tape? It even works underwater! Thank you, Phil Swift.
It's got a bunch of big words written on it.
Let's see that. We regret to inform you that your application for property rights, with respect to the Beacon Pines CBD and surrounding area, has been rejected.
Who is that for?
Applicant, Valentine Estate.
Good. Good.
Struggle. Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond. Yeah, you never know what kind of creepy critters are lurking under there. Come on, you rascal. Yeah, Luca's good at fishing. Message in a bottle.
Malice 80 proof whiskey.
A hard liquor for a hard man. Hey, can I have some of that, please?
Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around.
I think we should have one more. Pungent. Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste. Well, it's about time. Huh? Huh? No?
Eh?
Ooh, a watch. Pocket watch.
Property of Sharper Valentine.
Figures. If he had his way, property of Sharper Valentine will be written on everything in this town.
Do we give it back to him?
He may not even want it back. That man's got a
Contentious relationship with time.
We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up.
Look at all my doodads that I've collected. Well, I think that's about all the words to use as bait. Alright, well. Let's just get a leave. Goodbye, Dream Papa. Alright, treehouse. Rolo, are you still up there? Oh, wow. They made a rolly down window like a car. Oh, because their treehouse door is a car door. Funny.
I'm sorry, Rolo isn't accepting visitors at the moment. Come back never.
Luca had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times. It had always meant one thing. You're upset.
Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason?
I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Rolo scoffed.
The rain held me up.
Liar! You weren't even home.
What?
The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there.
I hadn't made it back yet.
I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam.
No, that storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's. Luca stumbled on his words, knowing he said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck?
He's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. You need help convincing her parents that she made some new friends.
New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends?
It's not like that, Rolo.
You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise, but you took so long, the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship!
What does that even mean? Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me.
Of course I care, you ass!
I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you. But I kept my word. 'Cause that's what friends do.
Oh wow, what a noble sacrifice you made.
Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want, and you wouldn't even get in trouble.
Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad friend. Oh my. Rolo's tone changed to a calm yet more intense anger.
Maybe Pa's right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca.
Stop quoting your pa's nonsense like it means anything.
Yeah, well, at least my Pa is still around. Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna sting. The words hung in the cold night air. Rolo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Luca,
Good night, Rolo.
Dang it.
Ooh, things are getting intense. But that's what friendships are, right? You have your good, you have your bad. Fights will happen. Just gotta learn how to make up and get past it. Luca dug through his old stuff. Not sure what he was looking for. Ball. We ballin'. Rolo. What a jerk. Call me a bad friend?
Ooh, I'm Rolo. Look at me and my amazing family.
How long we ball? Alright, does anything else happen? Am I just letting out some anger? Oh, I was about to say, is it just gonna stay stuck in there? Whoops. Okay, I think that's it. Bed. I guess I'm just never supposed to make new friends. Weep. Aw. Who's talking? Is that Gran? Oh, yeah. Luca. Gran cooed gently from the hallway. You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you alright? I'm fine. Just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I gotta run out and take care of some things. Okay. I'll be back later to check in. Sure. Luca just wanted to be alone. He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing. Oh. I bet Rolo still could go to the festival. He's gonna be miserable. He's like, oh, he's gonna go to the festival without his best friend Luca around. Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. So, what about that oatmeal? Oh, we're just gonna skip, dang it. Just gonna skip past the oatmeal. Whoops. Sorry, I'm just pushing buttons. Back we go. Alright, back to bed. Luca dozed off again. Luca, I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He wanted to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted. Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation. And isn't that what you need to do? Brand's right. Can't keep feeling bad. You gotta make up. Got a ball. Book. The Adventures of Hank Atomic. The complete first volume. Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday. A special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind. But it had to stay right there where Rollo stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway. Luca, another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modwill. You said she met you yesterday? What did she say? Did you hear? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. Oh. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner at the kitchen table, in case you want a bite before bedtime. Without realizing it, Luca had patted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all, and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw. Wait, what? Let me start. Again. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad, where are we? Taking a final, loud, gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile. He lifted the empty glass, as if to point into the darkness. The source. Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour. Make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Can't tell who's talking. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame, see? Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. We've got to help them. The figure gave a dismissive wave with their hand. Why waste energy helping people who can't help themselves? The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. They only care about what's right in front of them. not like us. Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. Us? The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar. As if he'd been... let me try again. As if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror. The doppelganger smiled. I tried to help. Once. He gestured toward his face. And all it got me was this. Luca staggered back. You aren't me! Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son. Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. Well, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint. Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step toward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we chose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun. Mom?
No, dear. It's only Gran.
Luca rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his gran came into focus.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
Anything you want to talk about?
I don't feel like talking.
That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever Rolo and you fought about doesn't matter.
But Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other.
True words, Gran. But he said stuff about Dad.
Well, do you think he meant it?
No. He was just mad.
And did you mean any of the things you said to him?
No.
Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst.
Acceptance.
Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. You don't want to miss that, do you?
Guess not. Seems like a good
Oh my god, where did that voice come from? Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rolo, doesn't it?
Luca gave a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize.
God, I can go for a corn dog right now. But he's the one that...
What did I just say?
I am a corn dog.
That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs.
Thank you, Gran. Everything does... Corn dogs do solve a lot of good problems. Solves a lot of problems.
I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch.
Alright.
I love you, Luca.
Love you too. Gran's the best. Luca took a deep breath. Okay. Chapter 6. Through thick and thin. Think that's a good place to leave it off on. That good place to leave it off for a return to making more videos. Sorry, I don't really plan out the words I say. Just for the moment. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a comment as well. Alright, then I will see you all in the next one. Bye.